Do you go all in on transparency and trust, or stick with solid protection at a bargain? This is the main question in the Surfshark versus Proton VPN comparison, as one offers service at unbeatable prices and the other puts all of its points into protection and privacy. In this video, I'm going to compare and contrast both approaches to find out which is best for your security and wallet in 2025. And of course, the wallet issue is the most pressing, so let's start with the Proton VPN versus Surfshark conflict with that. Surfshark is called the best value VPN for a good reason. It's currently the most affordable on the market, and putting it next to Proton VPN makes it painfully obvious. Yeah, Proton VPN is not a treat for your wallet, at least compared to Surfshark. Though, to be completely fair, this kind of price is more or less average across the VPN market. Still, if you want to invest in either of those options, the best price is going to be to get a discount. So I gathered the best deals for both Surfshark and Proton VPN. Just check the link in the description to shave a lot off those prices. All right, though I have dissed Proton VPN a little bit here, don't get me wrong, its pricing is warranted by how much its developers pour into the privacy and security of their users. So I don't even have to ask, is Proton VPN safe to use? Its name is already a guarantee of security. Proton's entire operation is based in Switzerland due to its privacy-friendly laws. But since these laws are in the process of changing for the worse, Proton announced that it will be moving to a better place. Moving a legal entity like that is a huge hassle. So Proton going through it is commendable, to say the least. Furthermore, Proton VPN is fully open source, keeps no logs of its users' activity, proves its privacy standpoint with regular independent audits, and fully encrypts its server storage. That said, I'm not going to say that Surfshark is slacking in that department either. It has a strict no logs policy as well, and it passes independent audits regularly. With RAM-only servers, they don't have to worry about data leaking as it's regularly wiped from the servers. And so all that is a good counter to an otherwise flawed jurisdiction of the Netherlands, which, yes, belongs to the Nine Eyes Intelligence Sharing Alliance. Plus, in 2022, Surfshark pulled its servers from India after the country passed a data retention law. So Surfshark is no stranger to protecting its users' data from governmental abuse either. Now, overall, I'd say Proton VPN does have stronger privacy and transparency, but Surfshark is also solid in that regard. Where Surfshark slacks a bit is in the server network. Yeah, 3,200 servers is a good number, and they're spread over 100 countries, almost the entire globe, but that number has stayed unchanged for a few years now. And while it doesn't affect the performance too much, I'm a simple guy. I like seeing numbers go up, you know? Now, so Proton VPN, with its ever-growing server list, is definitely my favorite. It offers over 15,000 servers at this point, spanning over 122 countries. This is a heavy difference over Surfshark, which leads to not only better global access, but also to less congestion. Plus, with so many servers, Proton VPN has more IPs than any anti-VPN website or service could possibly ban. This comes in handy for streaming and torrenting, but more on that a little bit later. So for now, I want to remind you that this QR code will bring you right to the Proton VPN deal. Now, the difference in server networks is usually what defines the best performance, but Surfshark has a surprise up its sleeve. Now, if you've seen my Surfshark VPN review videos before, you know that this is the second fastest VPN that I've tested, beaten only by NordVPN. Proton VPN is also fast, following right after Surfshark, but it still can't beat it. See for yourself. At the same conditions, Surfshark provides better performance, and that's with Proton VPN's accelerator enabled. Yeah, not even the feature promising a 400% speed increase can help Proton VPN outpace Surfshark. So if performance is your focus, scan this QR code. It's going to bring you to the best Surfshark deal. And here I come to an impasse. Both Surfshark and Proton VPN are good for streaming and torrenting, but for entirely different reasons. See for yourself, Surfshark's superior performance helps me get more consistent visuals when I'm watching streams. If you want to use Surfshark for torrenting, the fast speeds are helping as well. However, Proton VPN has more servers and IP addresses, so I'm less likely to run into an IP address banned by the streaming services, and it's easier to find a server close by for the best torrenting performance. So there's no clear winner here. You have to pick what you value most, higher speed or better consistency. Personally, I pick the former, but essentially it's up to you. The same can be said about the device support. Proton VPN only lets me use 10 devices per account, but that's simultaneous usage, and it's more than enough for a group of friends or even a family. While Surfshark is definitely better, having no limit at all, I wouldn't call this freedom necessary. Still, more is always better, and like I said earlier, seeing numbers go up is my favorite pastime, so Surfshark is the winner here for me. However, I'm not sure you're really going to be troubled by Proton's generous limit either. All right, regarding device coverage, both Surfshark and Proton VPN have apps for almost any device and operating system. Windows, macOS, Android, iOS, Linux, you name it. Of course, if you'd rather use a browser extension, that's also an option. Proton VPN excels here. It supports more browsers than Surfshark. Even some I didn't know existed, like what the hell is WaterFox? Firefox's less famous cousin? I have no idea. Now, while you can use either provider on any device, the experience is not quite the same. So I prefer Surfshark's UI more. It's simple and intuitive, and it has enough configuration options to suit both beginners and advanced users. Proton VPN's UI is also clean, but if you ask me how to use Proton VPN, I'd have to go into some technical details. It's definitely not that beginner friendly. So now that we've covered essentials, I want to compare Proton VPN versus Surfshark in terms of their features. Starting with Proton VPN, it includes an ad blocking feature, Net Shield. Nothing much to say here except that it does its job well. No ads left to annoy me. Now, while this alone gets rid of malicious ads, using Tor over VPN or secure core servers can boost your security even further by chaining multiple protection nodes in a row. To spare you the technical details, imagine that it's like sending your package through a more secure but longer route. It'll be safer, but slower. On the other hand, port forwarding has no adverse effects on my speed. On the contrary, it opens up specific network ports for faster torrenting, but compromises security in the process. Some ports gotta stay closed, you know? Good for torrenting if you really value speed, but I'd use this feature sparingly. And of course, if you go with the pricier plan for Proton VPN, you'll get the rest of their cybersecurity package. So Proton Mail, Drive, Calendar, Pass, and Wallet. Those are all separate apps, which are more or less a variation of whatever Google has with a similar name. That said, unlike Google, Proton guarantees privacy when you use these features. Definitely worth investment, in my opinion. Surfshark is no stranger to unique and useful features either. So to start with, it matches Proton VPN with its ad blocking feature, Clean Web, and it also has a way to chain servers together with the double VPN. But on top of that, Surfshark includes a lot of additional apps that boost my device's security. Take Surfshark Antivirus, for instance. Yeah, an entire antivirus solution paired with a VPN. And it's an industry recognized one as well. Not enough? What about Alternative ID service, which can mask emails and personal details while you're browsing? And Incogni is a data removal tool that deals with pesky data collection agencies, forcing them to purge any data that they have on you. So it's hard to say which of these feature lineups is the best, but in my opinion, Proton VPN is the best way to get all your eggs in one basket and maintain your online experience as private as possible. While Surfshark is a better option if you want a VPN and antivirus combo with some useful extras at the best price. To be honest, this is the outcome of the Surfshark versus Proton VPN comparison. Surfshark delivers the maximum value and performance for the price. It's one of the fastest providers with top-notch streaming capabilities, unlimited device support, and solid security. Meanwhile, Proton VPN is a privacy powerhouse built on transparent basis, backed by an extensive list of privacy-focused features and a cybersecurity suite of the Proton fleet. So which one are you going to pick? Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious as to what is more important for you guys. Meanwhile, I'll be working on the next video, so stop by a bit later. And remember, stay safe online. Bye.